More things change, the more they stay the same. It's new ice, a new season, a new story to write, perfect, and tell.
The goal is go to nationals. You know, go to nationals, and the minute you get into nationals, it's a one-game series, so anything can happen.
But still, it's Oklahoma and it's UCO. It's a rivalry born on the prairie, baptized in disgust, and raised on ice. Equal distance from the capital city.
Made by Fab.
Equal hatred for the team on the other side.
Passes it back.
The torch keeps passing,
Centering
same
pass.
as time.
It goes in! Shot by Glass, and it's saved, made by... Big shot, save made by Culbertson Bond.
From Bossy and Joy
Scott Joy! Scott Joy! Scott Joy!
to Bickford and Rushing
He scores!
to Payne and Glass.
Tristan Glass ties the game!
It's time to flip this new narrative. We know all about however many games in a row. It's time to remind the hockey world about something we know down in Norman.
There's only one. There's only one. There's only one.
There's only one Oklahoma.
Bickford puts a man down at center ice. Big hit from 24. Saved by Redmond. Rebound. He got that one too. And they come down the wing. Secret scores! Big shot saved made by Culbertson Bond. Front shot saved by Redmond. He'll hang on.
Hello, Oklahoma and hockey fans in the United States and Newfoundland. Welcome to Sooner Hockey on OU Hockey TV. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ben Dacky. Alongside me is Amy Acevedo. Amy, tough night last night for the Sooners as they fell to their hated rival UCO Broncos 4-2.
Yes, the score looked a lot closer on paper, but unfortunately for the Sooners, it came down to getting shots on the net, which is something they really struggled with last night and giving up too many to UCO.
Now, Brendan Culbertson Bond wasn't bad last night by any means, but not his usual dominant self.
No, definitely not. And like you said, it didn't help that the defense wasn't really there in front of him to keep those shots off the net. UCO was able to get in high-scoring spots, and that really helped propel them to that 4-2 win.
I felt for the most part OU's defensive zone coverage was actually quite sound. It was the area immediately around Brendan Culbertson Bond's net where they had trouble keeping the Broncos out, and that is where 3 of their 4 goals were created.
Exactly, definitely. And on the other side of the puck, OU struggled to get shots off all night, which really hurt them. You know, your goalie's going to let a few pucks in, and like we said, it was a quality game from BCB, but if you're not getting shots off for the offense, you're not going to win.
And the Sooners were reminded last night just how tough this UCO team is. 14 straight losses to the boys in the blue and gold. And last night, just another frustrating night in a long string of frustrating nights for the Sooners team.
Yeah, but we talked to Coach before the game, and he said he has a good feeling going into tonight that they're just going to let this last game roll off their back, take the positives, take the negatives, and learn from those, and really try to get a win tonight.
Now, I've seen the Sooners team be completely and totally outgunned by UCO in the past. That is not entirely what last night was. The UCO was the better skating team last night, and they were far more physical than the Sooners. And if you let UCO push you around, they're going to push you around. That's just the fact of the matter. But I don't think the Sooners, at least physically, are as overmatched as they have been in the past. I think if you look at these two rosters side by side, size-wise, I think they're quite similar.
Exactly, and they definitely have made great improvements since last year. When we talked to Coach, he said he still thinks that his team has the upper hand on UCO in terms of speed, and that definitely seems to be the case, but he just wanted them to emphasize executing their plays and finishing them, and about being the OU wanting the puck more than UCO. Last night, he said their main struggle was that it just seemed like UCO wanted it more, and it gave them the illusion of being quicker when he knows his team has that advantage.
UCO's aggressiveness on the forecheck, both at even strength and on the penalty kill, it was absolutely fantastic. The Sooners were on the back foot for most of the game, but when the Sooners did come in with a little jump in their step like they did at the beginning of the third and in kind of the latter half of the first period, they really did play up to UCO. And to play up to UCO, they're not the number 3 team in the nation for nothing.
Exactly, definitely. OU has shown those sparks of greatness so far, and their road trip with their win against number 7 Arizona, they have it. And like you said, they did great when they did have the puck. 2 goals on 14 shots. They just need to be able to get into those zones more, create those opportunities for themselves, and maintain puck possession. It's all going to be all about protecting the puck for them tonight.
The Sooners will have their work cut out for them tonight, as the Sooners do have a lot of young players, a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores, guys who haven't played together as much as the players on UCO have. UCO does have a few more new faces than they have in years past, but a lot of these guys have been playing together for 3-4 years.
Exactly, and that's what Coach said. When they lose players to graduation, UCO is plugging in these spots. This year is a relatively fresh new roster for OU. So it's about the team learning to gel. And even though the road trip didn't go how he wanted record-wise, he said he was very proud and excited to see the developments that this young team has made.
I don't know what to expect from this game this evening. I think if OU comes out and they play 60 minutes of hockey, they can absolutely stand against this UCO team. But we haven't seen them play 60 full minutes in this building in over a month probably.
Exactly. That's what Coach said when we talked to him before the game. Last night, before the game, he even said that they need to set the pace right out of the gate and play the full 60 minutes. And last night, they got to a slow start when speed is their strongest asset. And so they really tonight need to get out of the gate strong and set the pace and let UCO catch up with them. It
might be a bit of a cliche because coaches say it all the time, but it really does come down to who wants it more. If OU does think that UCO has them beat in the talent department, which Coach Arvanites has said he doesn't think that, but they do need to go in and they need to outwork UCO. They can't be on the back foot as a lone UCO forechecker completely wrecks their plans.
Exactly, and he also told us that when goals are scored against them, they need to keep their head up, keep the energy up on the bench. Like he said, you still have plenty of hockey left to play, so when things start to go bad, you have to be prepared to go.
I talked to Coach earlier tonight, and he said that he wanted to talk about how OU can't really execute on the power play.
Sorry, some technical difficulties there as our reporter maybe got a little too eager there. This is always a highlight for me at this time of year. OU UCO is always a fantastic time of year. The building is always full. OU and UCO fans interacting with each other, sometimes a little more friendly than other times.
Yes.
But when these two schools go at it, it's always a good hockey game.
Exactly. It's great to see this building full, lively, fans lined up outside of the door, and there are 3 rows deep of fans standing, ready to see some great hockey.
And we are going to send things to ice level to our reporter, Lauren Simpkins. Lauren, what do you have for us?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Lauren Simpkins here to talk OU hockey. I talked to Coach earlier tonight, about last night's 4-2 loss.
We lost the stream. Okay, now we're back. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen, for the technical difficulties. That was Lauren Simpkins, our ice level reporter, making her solo debut, I believe, for UCO Week. Always exciting when the younger faces pick up the slack for I and Caleb Shaw's old age.
Yes, we're here to take some spots and cement ourselves as the next generation of OU Hockey TV.
Now, the Sooners came into this weekend with 10 regulation wins and 5 regulation losses. Now they are down to 10-6, coming into the weekend at 28th ranked in the country, UCO. They did come into this weekend with back-to-back losses against the University of Jamestown, currently the number 4 ranked team in ACHA hockey. And I mean, I would very much like to get an in-depth look on how Jamestown beat this team twice.
Exactly. Last night they looked extremely solid, and that's what Coach said when we talked to him before the game. He said that there wasn't really many mistakes that UCO made. They did have a lot of penalties, but if OU couldn't capitalize them, it definitely wasn't hurting them. So yes, they came in with 2 straight losses, but like you said, it was a loss to the number 4 team in the country. So
Some fashion sense for you ladies and gentlemen sitting at home tonight. The Sooners are back in their anthracite grays. Harkens back to the days of when OU would wear their black alternate jerseys against UCO. Those were very nice. Most of them have been purchased by players or fans by now. Not many of those left lying around. UCO is wearing their gold jerseys, I believe, for the road. Very nice uniform matchup, color on color, very pleasing to the eyes.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of color skating around the ice, and it'll be very easy to differentiate the two teams from one another. And we're hoping it's as good as the uniform matchup is, it'll be the same in terms of the game.
Some goaltending information for you, ladies and gentlemen, this evening. Brendan Culbertson-Bond will get the nod once again for the Sooners. He is wearing his usual mask. He started last night wearing a different mask, but he is wearing his usual white mask with a whole lot of paint on it. The Broncos will be rolling with a different goaltender this evening, Mr. Artem Lantuk from Moscow, Russia. 6'2", 180-pound sophomore steps in for the Broncos.
Yeah, so this will be a chance for the Sooners to get a look at a different goalie, who I'm sure is just as solid as they were last night. But it'll be great to get some fresh eyes, and hopefully they can take advantage of the opportunities that this goalie gives them.
We are going to take a quick break here as the Sooners and Broncos warm-up comes to a close, but we will be right back for the first period of action. Until then, I'm Ben Dacu. This is Amy Acevedo. You're watching Sooner Hockey on OU Hockey TV. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Sooner Hockey on OU Hockey TV. My name is Ben Dacu. To my left to begin this contest is Ms. Amy Acevedo. Oh boy, I'm ready to go.
I know, I'm excited. This will be a good, exciting matchup between the two teams, and OU's looking for revenge tonight.
Will Blake to the faceoff dot. Cash Regan, his opponent. Regan wins this round, and J.C. DeBecky takes off the pass, and we are underway here at the Arctic Edge Ice Arena. Will Baird makes a nice pick play with his glove there. Dumps the puck in deep. Taylor gives chase. Sooners on the front foot on the forecheck here. Coach Arvanitis bringing out an entirely different starting lineup this evening. Will Blake, Will Baird, and Blake Swearingen getting on the ice tonight to start off this contest. Here comes Cash Regan cutting into the center of the zone. Whiffs on that one. Puck goes into the opposite corner. Sam Sykes checked by Will Blake and a host of Sooners as he gets the puck to the point. Tip shot hits the post. No shots on goal yet. Artem Shura moving in forward. Sooners being a bit tighter around Culbertson Bond's crease. Hopefully that sticks for 60 minutes this evening. Lowe tries to chip the puck out of the defensive zone. Sooners get it out of the zone and will get a change. Already looking a little bit springier steps early on than they did last night.
Yes, have a lot more energy coming out of the gate, and that is exactly what Coach wanted and thinks will be their key to success in tonight's game.
Ben Bondu with it now to his backhand, loses it. UCO moving down low. Shot saved by Culbertson Bond, his first test of the night. And he gets poked by Iha after the whistle. And Culbertson Bond just lost the pad.
Yeah, and after last night's game, it's no surprise that there's a lot of chippiness between these two teams. OU's looking to get revenge, and UCO wants to keep the rivalry win on their side.
Carter Iha was in the box a couple of times last night. Almost earned another one there, hitting Culbertson Bond after the whistle, but the ref's whistle stays away for now.
Waiting for Culbertson Bond to readjust his equipment and for the refs to get the goal back on the posts.
I'm setting the over-under tonight on that net coming off its pegs at 6 for the evening. So right now we're at 1.
Probably be an accurate assessment. It was been quite loose at a few of these games so far at Arctic Edge this year here in Edmond, Oklahoma.
You taking the over or the under on that?
Tonight I think I'll take the under.
All right, the under. I will take the over. Tristan Glass to the dot for the Sooners. Cullen Hogan, his opponent. Glass wins this round. Swearingen chips to Barone. Barone tries to stick handle through. UCO stingy on the forecheck again. Can't keep it in the zone. Burton with it, goes D to D. Williams sends it to DeBroker. DeBroker sends it in deep. Swearingen gives chase. Swearingen breakout for Cavalcanti. Cavalcanti tries to find Glass. Can't connect there. UCO sends it right back. Swearingen with it again. Finds Cavalcanti. Cavalcanti tips it deeper. UCO in the neutral zone now. And icing is called. OU will get an offensive zone draw.
So far tonight, like we said, they've come out of the gate a lot quicker, but it also seems that they're able to keep the puck more in the neutral zone more than they were last night, keeping it better out of their defensive end than last night, but let's see if they can capitalize on this opportunity in their offensive zone.
Brendan Sinclair to the dot for the Sooners here. Burton spins, protects the puck, looking to start a breakout of his own here. Long headman pass for Blaha. Blaha moving in. Has a man on the back doorstep. Pass goes wide. No shot there. UCO still with the Blaha with another shot goes wide. Puck bounces to Williams on the point. Sooners trying to force their way out of the zone. Puck still in. DeBroker moving in. Shot saved by Culbertson Bond. And here comes Carson Glass. Carson Glass on the hop. Moves to his left. Backhands it forward, and it goes out of play into the UCO bench.
Just on that rush there that the Sooners offense had, that's where you see the speed that this team really has, and that's why Coach thinks that his team has the advantage when it comes to that specific skill set.
Puck bounces to the right of the faceoff dot. Will Baird forces it forward. Sooners on the forecheck now. UCO trying to break out, can't get through Barone. Barone sends it in deep. Baird checks DeBecky. Puck near the Zamboni door. UCO trying to get it out. Declamar with a shot! Save made by Lantuk! And it goes wide. Puck still in play. Here's Barone. Barone with a wrist shot. Block. Save by Lantuk. And shot goes into the OU bench this time. And the OU equipment manager showing a little bit of athleticism of his own there.
Yeah, you gotta, when you're sitting on one of these benches, you gotta keep your eyes peeled, stay aware, make sure, beware of flying pucks.
Mondu at the dot for the Sooners. Blaha his opponent, or excuse me, Carteriha his opponent. This one won by UCO. Mikhailov sends it in deep. The big Russian that the Sooners know all too well. Andrew Lowe on the half wall, trying to force it forward. Sooners trying to get it out of here. Here's Stalzer. Stalzer trying to find Ehop. Pass picked off by Howe. Puck's on the zone. Taylor pulls. Shot. Glove save by Culbertson Bond.
Already tonight, although our shot on goal counter has not yet been updated on the scoreboard here, it seems that the Sooners are off to a much hotter start and that they're getting a lot more shots during that offensive zone opportunity, that they're a lot more solid in front of their goaltender.
UCO tries to force it forward on that one, sending out that fourth line with St. Clair in the center. Sure with it. Long pass finds Swearingen. Swearingen just tips it to the wide of Culbertson Bond's net. OU doing a better job of locking up around Culbertson Bond's crease thus far this evening. Pass to Shura. Shura, long shot goes wide. And Culbertson Bond freezes it. We will get a stoppage in play.
A little bit of pushing and shoving over in that area. I'm sure both coaches want the team, especially UCO, to keep it a little cleaner tonight. Although OU did not capitalize on those penalties last night, I'm sure there were still more than the UCO coaches were hoping for.
UCO wins the draw. Guerra tried to get it out, and the puck bounces all the way into the neutral zone. UCO will have to regroup as OU takes over. Here's Howe. Howe wraps it for Cavalcanti. Cavalcanti can't hold on. Shura bounces it forward. Sooners trying to get out. UCO caught offside. Sykes moving forward. Bassett rims it for Demanchuk. Demanchuk loses it. UCO still with it. That's Kraus. Kraus chips it forward for Sykes. Sykes checked by Glass. Couple of 12s behind Culbertson Bond. Sooners trying to force their way forward. Bouncing around. Glass put down by Sykes. And the arm goes up that time. Carson Bassett pushed from behind by Cash Regan. And we'll get our first power play of the evening for the Sooners.
I mean, with the amount of intensity and pushes and shoves we've had early on in this first period, you assumed it was going to happen sooner rather than later. And the Sooners are gonna hope to improve on the power play tonight.
Cavalcanti and Zach Guerra having a few words for each other. And we are going to get Carson Bassett was called for a penalty as well, so it looks like we're going to get some 4-on-4 action here.
And this is what Coach talked about with us earlier. Wanting it more is extremely important for the Sooners. Last night on the power play, the Sooners did not look great. It almost seemed like they were playing an evenly matched squad. So on the 4-on-4 right now, the Sooners have to show that they want it, that they're determined, and use their speed to their advantage.
Cash Regan gets 2 minutes for cross-checking. Bassett gets 2 for roughing. An early dose of 4-on-4 here for OU-UCO. Burton with it. Wrist shot goes wide. Williams tried to send it in deep. Finds a man in the slot. That's Mikhailov. Mikhailov with a shot. Blocked by Barone. Howe tries to send it forward for Sinclair. Sinclair takes a look. Sends it back for Barone. Barone starts up. Moving into the neutral zone now. Checked by Mikhailov. Sooners pushing it forward. Logan Sadler, he draws back in tonight. Sadler sends it back for Howe. Howe D-to-D for Barone. Barone moving with speed. He scored a goal last night on a nice coast-to-coast play. as OU will send it all the way back in, get a change. Sadler on the forecheck. Horn, Glass, and Swearingen out for the Sooners. And Swearingen picks it up. Here he comes. Chips it forward for Sadler. Sadler pulls, getting a bit of space here. Spins, protecting the puck. Pass across the zone for Horn. Horn moving in. Shot save made by Lantuk. Rebound, and it goes back to UCO. Here comes Carter Eha. Moving with speed through the center of the zone. Fakes a slap shot. Forced to the outside and put down by Horn. Glass moving forward. Finds Sadler. Sadler looking for some space. Glass passes it forward for Sadler. And Sadler will deposit it. UCO takes it back. UCO moving in. Here's Hogan. Hogan can't hold on. Checked by Swearingen. Swearingen checks Hogan. That's a lot of Sooner to be hitting on you in the corner there. And Will Blake comes out of the scrum with the puck. Blake hits Horn. Horn moves forward and gets it in deep. Lantuk leaves it for his defenseman to take it. UCO starts a breakout. Will Blake with it again. Backs up, takes a look. Well, I don't think that shots on goal count is very accurate on the scoreboard.
No, I don't think so. And they also have the opposite number for Bassett. It should be 91 on the penalty dock. But now that doesn't matter because 4-on-4 play is over. We're back to even strength for both teams.
St. Clair sends it in deep. Hunter Howell gives chase. Doucette there to check him. Howell wraps it around. UCO there on the half wall to pick it up. UCO man loses his stick. Hunter Howell takes over. Howell, breakout pass for Blake. Blake chips it forward for Mondu. Mondu tries to find Payne, picked up by St. Clair. Sooners wrapping it all the way around the boards. Payne ships it forward for Blake. Blake has Mondu. Mondu moving forward for a headman pass. Doesn't connect, and icing is called. Much more open, much more evenly matched than last night, especially in the early goings, Amy.
Yes, I was going to say the same thing. It looks like OU has a lot more control this game. They're able to create some more opportunities for themselves. It's still a little heavy in the favor of UCO, I'd say 60-40 in terms of percentage of offensive zone time, but a much improved first period from last night for the Sooners.
Alberta's own Cash Regan to the dot for UCO. Ben Mondu of Quebec at the dot for the Sooners. Eastern Canadian versus a Western Canadian. French versus English.
Big rivalry there, including tonight on the ice.
And this round is won by Regan. Kraus. Pass on the half wall. Pass down low for Guerra. Guerra has Regan in the low slot. Keep it himself, spins. Checked by a couple of Sooners. Here's Regan again. Regan for Sykes. Sykes with a shot, goes wide. Puck bounces all the way back to Kraus. Kraus will wrap it around again for Regan. Guerra behind the net. Tries to find a man on the slot. Doesn't connect. Big shot by Kraus and saved by Culbertson Bond. Kraus with it again. Wrist shot from the point. Save made by BCB. And a stoppage in play.
Tonight, the Sooners really need to get those shots on goal going. Some incredible saves in this early first period so far from BCB, and they need to show their goalie some appreciation by getting some points on the board.
Logan Sadler loses this draw, and UCO with the possession. Hogan tries to find DeBroker. DeBroker finds Blaha. Blaha moving forward, stuck in a couple of Sooners. Swearingen holding strong there on the wall. No one really wants that puck as Blaha gets it to Rebroker. Sooners trying to get it out. Rebroker with it. Shot blocked. Still with it. Rebroker trying to get a shot. Doesn't get it off. Sooners trying to force their way through the neutral zone and caught offside.
Yeah, that puck was bouncing around quite a lot of it in the UCO offensive zone. Finally, they were able to maintain control of it, get some shots off, but BCB is not letting anything through that net so far tonight.
Tristan Glass taking the face-off for the Sooners. Colin Hogan for the Broncos. Broncos win this one back, trying to start a rush here. Williams sends it to Hogan. Hogan chips it forward for Blaha. Hogan with a bit of a basketball spike there. Pass for Cavalcanti. Cavalcanti has legs. Here he comes. Moving to his backhand. Trying to move forward. Check by Williams. Good back check there. And here comes Williams again, moving forward. Rebroker at the head man there. Sooners pick it off in the neutral zone. Here's Tristan. Tristan Glass sends it for Demanchuk. Demanchuk all by his lonesome as Williams checks him in the corner. Sooners trying to cycle it for each other. UCO takes it back. JC DeBecky starting things for the Broncos. Crossing over, picking up speed, moving into the neutral zone, down to the right wing. Flips it in as Mikhailov and DeBecky give chase. Mikhailov spins, protects the puck. Checked by Blake. Blake has a step, kicks it over to Howe. Howe sends it over to Declan Martin. Has Baird. Baird moving in, plays it to himself, and he will send it forward. Here comes UCO on a counterattack. This could be trouble. Here comes Eha. Forced to the outside by Swearingen. Swearingen whiffs. Eha tries to find a man on the back door. Pass stopped by Declan Martin. Good play there. Salzer with it behind the net. Mikhailov in the slot. Can't hold on to the puck. Here's DeBecky. DeBecky. Pass down low for Eha. Eha sends it back forward to Becky. DeBecky sends it back down low. Mikhailov has it behind Culbertson Bond. Tries to force it in. Barone stops it. Barone wraps it around. Martin chips it out of the zone. Broncos will have to regroup. Martin sends it in deep, and the Sooners will get a line change.
Much needed fresh legs on the ice for both teams as the Sooners try to protect and keep the puck out of their defensive zone.
Mondu gets a pass, moving in on his backhand, trying to find somewhere to go. Wraps around the net, tries to find some help. Tries to find a man in the slot, doesn't get it. Bassett with a shot, goes wide. Nate Payne with it now. Nate Payne checked by Kraus. Trying to find somewhere to go. Pushes a man down. Puck gets back up for Howe. Howe chips it in deep. And Redmond chips it forward for UCO. UCO moving it forward into the neutral zone, and here they come. Here's Artem Shura. Shura pulls, wrist shot. Deflected high and out of play.
Yeah, and to quite a large crowd of fans, like we said in our pregame show, a lot of people here, a full house. Fans standing around the glass, behind the benches. A lot of people eager to see this Oklahoma matchup.
Oh my God, it's back. The Soviet Union Red Army hockey jersey has returned.
We've seen quite a lot of jerseys here throughout the season, but that is probably one of the most unique we've seen before.
Jacob Rieger chips it out into the UCO zone. Burton gives chase. Duncan Hollander on his back. Burton passes it forward for Sykes. Sykes can't hold on. Gets to Barone. Barone finds Rieger. Rieger sends it in deep again. Rieger put down by Regan. Sykes on the half wall. Checked by a couple of Sooners. Sooners definitely answering the bell physically so far this evening. But Artem Lantuk hasn't really been asked to do very much for UCO thus far this evening. Rieger backhands it and nearly avoids a hurtling missile, Sam Sykes. Regan on the breakout. Tries to find Guerra. Guerra got a stick on it and chips the puck all the way out of play. That was actually quite impressive.
Yeah, we'll see.
And oh my goodness, Boomer has joined us.
That is exactly what I was going to say. You can't see on the camera, but he is in the stands tonight, trying to find some OU fans, made a few friends, maybe some light ribbing of the UCO fans, repping the same beautiful anthracite alternate jerseys.
Always nice to have the mascot of the flagship university in the building with us. Hunter Howe backhands it. Hogan gets there first, tries to find a man in the center of the ice, finds DeBecky. DeBecky with a shot, goes wide. Glass almost hands it to Culbertson Bond. That could have been bad. But past him, man in the slot, doesn't get it. Puck bounces all the way out in the neutral zone. Here's DeBecky. Icing waved off. DeBroker with it. DeBroker checked by Glass. Sooners stuck down low in their zone. Here's Shura. Shura pulls, protecting the puck. UCO trying to get something off on Culbertson Bond. Here's DeBecky. DeBecky goes D-to-D for Taylor. Taylor moving down low. Passes it to Hogan. Hogan finds Rebroker. Rebroker loses it. Here comes Cavalcanti. Cavalcanti loses it, spins, regroups, collects himself. Chips it forward. DeBecky gets there, and he will return to sender. Howe sends it for Cavalcanti. Cavalcanti will send it all the way back down. 7:40 to go in this first period. A lot of back and forth. No team really dictating the pace of play yet. A lot of responding. A bit of chippiness.
Yes, I was going to say, we talked about the aggressiveness from UCO, and it seems that OU has definitely tried to match that so far tonight, not wanting to get pushed around.
UCO trying to start a rush of their own here. Kraus sends it forward into the neutral zone, and pass picked off by Horn. Horn makes a nice play there, getting into that passing lane, and he'll send it in deep. Will Baird on the forecheck. Check Shura. Stalzer with it now. Sends it forward for Shura again. Shura finds Mikhailov. Mikhailov with a long shot. Goes wide. Horn tries to send it out. UCO sends it right back. Here's Mikhailov. Mikhailov loses his stick. And here's Carson Bassett. Bassett for Hollander. And Hollander will send it in deep. No icing. And Lantuk plays it. Stalzer chips in the neutral zone. Barone gets there. Barone for Rieger. Rieger sends it forward for Glass. Glass sends it in deep. Lantuk plays it again. UCO moving to the neutral zone now. Turns over. Here's Sadler. Sadler. Pass for Carson Glass. Carson trying to move forward. Put down by Kraus. Rieger sends it for Barone. Barone moves forward. Flips it forward. Glove by Lantuk and bounces in the crease. That was nearly dangerous. UCO responding. Here's St. Clair. Checked by Rieger. Rieger lifts his stick. Gets the puck off his stick. This could be bad. Couple of shots there. Deflected away by Colton Bond. Williams with it at the point. Shot blocked by Carson Glass. Carson Glass gets to the bench. And Logan Sadler is going to get a penalty as Artem Shura is down on a knee.
Of course, a penalty kill is not what the Sooners have wanted, but they have improved, like we talked about earlier, about getting more pucks on the net, more shots, creating opportunities for themselves. And of course, that has not yet resulted in a goal for the Sooners, but it's kept the Broncos off the scoreboard as well.
UCO fans giving Logan Sadler a get in the box chance. Sykes moving in down low. UCO to the power play. DeBecky has it up high, gets it for Sykes. Sykes pass down low for Regan. Regan with a pass goes wide, and UCO sends it. An errant pass goes all the way back down the ice.
Good clear, good start to this penalty kill for Oklahoma.
Becky sends it forward for Regan. Regan loses it, checked by Swearingen. UCO caught offside. Sooners trying to force it forward, and here comes Will Blake. 2-on-2 developing for the Sooners. Blake and Baird. Long shot by Blake, and it's blocked away by Lantuk. Sooners taking a page out of the Broncos book, being a bit aggressive on the penalty kill here.
Definitely creating a little chaos for the Broncos, getting some shots.
Sykes put down by Swearingen. UCO still with it in the offensive zone. Here's DeBecky. DeBecky for Shura. Shura back for DeBecky. DeBecky takes a look, finds Sykes. Sykes crossing over, taking a look, top of the circles. Pass down low for Regan. Regan to the point for DeBecky. DeBecky back for Regan. One-time pass across the zone, intercepted by Glass. Glass trying to force his way forward, checked by Shura, and UCO takes it right back. Excuse me, that was Andre Blaha. And Sam Sykes shovels it quite high with the Sooners play it, but OU will get it out of the zone, get a change on the back end and the forward core as UCO takes over. 30 seconds to go on the OU penalty kill. UCO trying to start a rush here. Pass for Hogan. Hogan trying to cut his way through. Rieger gives chase. Hogan loses his stick. Rieger backhands it. Stalzer gets there first. Stalzer put down by Barone. 10 seconds left on the PK for OU. UCO might get one more shot here. Barone with it. Barone will wrap it around the boards, get it out of the zone, and Logan Sadler is out of the box and in on the forecheck.
And that is exactly what if you want, if you're Oklahoma, a nice, clean penalty kill, and even got some shots for themselves.
OU dumps it in deep again. A couple more OU players get a change, get some fresh legs out on the back end. Hunter Howe and Connor Horn join us. Cavalcanti tries to find Horn. Pass picked up by another UCO player. That was Sebastian Doucette. Puck flipped forward. Logan Sadler giving chase. Been very active on the forecheck so far this evening. Sooners moving forward. Declan Martin forcing the issue as Cooper Krause takes possession. And the arm goes up again. Logan Sadler is going to go back to the box. UCO moving forward. Lantuk to the bench. UCO gets an extra skater. Broncos will have to regroup first. Redman tries to get it for Mikhailov. Doucette gets it first. And it's back to Redman. Redman tries to find a man forward, touched by Logan Sadler. And Logan Sadler will get a cross-checking penalty for his second penalty of the period.
Yeah, right as he comes out of the box, he goes right back in. But I'd say the Sooners can be confident. They had an amazing penalty kill not too long ago. So if they can keep that up, they should have nothing to worry about for these next 2 minutes.
This draw won back by UCO. The Sooners, they've done well in the penalty kill so far this evening, but if they keep giving UCO chances, I don't know how long they can hold them off shorthanded. DeBecke finds Regan. Regan moving in. Puck chipped back to Sykes. Sykes standing at the top of the circles, finds DeBecke at the top of the zone. DeBecke checked by Baird. Sooners trying to force their way forward. Blaha put down by Blake, and Blake sends it out of the zone. UCO will have to regroup.
Great clear from the Sooners to start off this penalty kill. About a minute and a half left.
And Blake and Guerra in a bit of a heap there. Couple of Broncos stuck on top of the puck. Blake Swearingen trying to dig his way to the puck. Will Blake push down, and we finally get a stoppage in play as Will Blake is stuck on Zach Guerra's legs. Minute 15 to go on the PK for the Sooners. 1:57 to go in the first. Quick period.
Yes, it has seemed so. I think that's emphasized the fact that there hasn't been any scoring. It's still 0-0, fairly even game. And like we mentioned earlier, it looks even on both sides of the puck. No team has complete control of the ice thus far.
Payne wins this draw cleanly for Horn. Horn slaps it around the boards. Glass gives chase. Glass tries to force it forward out of the zone. Sooners still can't get it out of the zone, and this time they do. UCO will have to regroup again, and the Sooners are halfway done with this PK. Long headman pass for Stalzer. Stalzer chips it back for Hogan. Hogan sends it across the zone for Mikhailov. Mikhailov doesn't get it. Stalzer will send it in deep. Howe gives chase. Weird bounce off the boards. Culbertson Bond jumps to cover it, and we get a stoppage in play.
That was very smart by Culbertson Bond to jump on that puck. Mikhailov was right in front of him, and Mikhailov has an absolutely killer shot. So good forward thinking by Culbertson Bond to just cover that puck up, and not give UCO any more chances. 47 seconds left, on the penalty kill for OU.
And Swearingen takes it upon himself to slap it all the way down the ice. Lantuk will play it, and the Sooners kill off a few more valuable seconds of PK time. Shots are apparently 8-7 in favor of UCO, so much more even. And a quick shot goes off the crossbar! Culbertson Bond is stuck down, and Culbertson Bond is hurt. And the UCO crowd jeering the injured Culbertson Bond as the OU training staff makes their way to the ice. The best training staff in the division, as I like to call them, Anita Clark making her way to the fallen OU netminder. He says, no, I'm good.
Yeah, if there's one thing we know about Culbertson Bond is that he always wants to play, always wants to be on the ice. whether or not he's actually in the condition to be able to, but he says he's fine, being checked out right now by our medical staff to make sure that he is clear and okay to play.
To the fans chanting whatever that is at Culberson Bond, that's garbage.
Did hear some chants from OU fans chanting BCB. He looks ready to go.
Culberson Bond stays in. The workhorse that he is for the Sooners stays in.
Definitely does not want to miss out on this matchup against rival UCO.
UCO has it at their point. Steps, cross the zone, pass for Mikhailov. Mikhailov takes a look, sends it back for Burton. Burton across the zone. Takes a look, back for Burton. Burton tried one on a one-timer, didn't get it. This time it's a one-timer, doesn't get all of it. Pack it in front of the net and score! Carter Iha puts it in.
With 3 seconds left remaining on the power play for the Broncos, Iha was able to get that in. Just get one final shot, one final look at the net, and get that right past Culbertson Bond. It's 1-0 UCO.
UCO forces this one forward. Culberson Bond just takes a look as Connor Horn gives chase. Horn checked. Here's Howe. Howe trying to force the puck forward. OU on the break. No, Mondu shovels it forward. Andrew Lowe gives chase. Lowe in a foot race with Kraus. Lowe trying to get to the puck first. Beats Kraus, puts him down, and UCO picks it up. 20 seconds to go here in the first. OU trying to recover from that first goal. Nate Payne with it, can't hold on. Puck bounces back to the neutral zone. OU has to regroup. Sure for Kraus. Kraus behind his net now, taking a look. 5 seconds to go here. UCO not going to have enough time to get another rush, and that will do it for the first period of action. OU will head to the dressing room down 1-0 on a power play goal from Carter Iha, and a much more even result than the first period last night, but the Sooners are down regardless.
Yes, like we were talking about earlier, this game looks like it'll be a lot more of an even match than last night, where they went into the second period 3-1, I believe. So going in only one down gives time for coaches to, tell them where to clean up, regroup, and come out strong in the second period.
And we are going to step away for a bit. We will be right back for the first intermission report, a rather tasty intermission report, if I do say so myself. But we are going to take a quick break. Until then, I'm Ben Dacu. With me is Amy Acevedo, and you're watching Sooner Hockey on OU Hockey TV. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Sooner Hockey on OU Hockey TV. My name is Ben Dackey. Alongside me is Amy Acevedo, and the Sooners will head into the second period down 1-0, but we do have a bit of a treat for y'all. Well, more of a treat for us, really. There is a food truck stationed outside of the Arctic Edge Ice Arena from JB's Woodfire Pizza. So what we're going to do is we are going to give a taste test and review for this pizza, if I can get this ready to go. Probably not the best idea to do this while I'm in my suit, but here we go. Here we go. Okay, that's good.
I will say, I am from New Jersey, so I am kind of a pizza expert. A lot of good pizza shops around there in the New York area. And this ranks pretty high up.
Yeah, this is some good stuff.
What do you got on your sausage and pepperoni?
Yep.
Nice. I got myself a nice plain cheese slice.
So you're basic.
Well, I just know good pizza. Like I said, I know good pizza. I'm super qualified to report on this.
The good folks at JB's Woodfire Pizza, friends of the Glass family for many years. And my goodness, that is some good pizza.
Yes, they were very graceful to give us some before the game started, and I won't lie, I did sneak a piece before the game started. And
see, I'm a professional, so I would never do that.
My bad.
So, yes, we are running a hockey show here, so back to it. What went wrong for the Sooners in the first?
Honestly, not a lot, and that's really unfortunate when you look at the score on the scoreboard. 1-0, not a huge deficit. The Sooners were doing pretty good, pretty evenly matched on shots. 8-11 in favor of UCO. They just let that last-minute goal slip away, and that was a problem we saw them have last night as well.
I mean, the Sooners did such a good job last night of staying out of the box, but if you give UCO multiple opportunities on the power play, they're going to make you pay for it eventually.
Exactly. Last night we saw when the Sooners were on the power play, it almost seemed as though UCO had even strength. They didn't go down. So when you give UCO that man advantage, it's going to come back to hurt you.
I am quite pleased with what I've seen from the Sooners skating this evening. They're not getting outskated like they did last night. They're being much more aggressive on the forecheck. They're not getting dominated in puck battles like they were last night. This is not nearly as tilted as it was in favor of UCO last night.
Not at all. And we also saw on that first penalty kill, they were able to do a great job of clearing it out of their own zone. It almost seemed as if UCO was a little bit frustrated, and we could see that come out in the physicality of the game. But unfortunately, a last-second goal for them on that penalty kill with only 3 seconds left on the UCO power play, and they took advantage of it.
I mean, there's only so much that can go right for you in one period, and Culbertson Bond has been asked to do a terribly much in that first period, but I am wondering how much that injury he picked up in the first period is bugging him.
Exactly. That goal was scored right after he was checked out, and like we noted, he is a workhorse. He wants to be out there. He does not want to step away from the net, so he might have been a little bit shaken up. But, of course, we're not going to speculate on that. He said he was ready. He was checked out by the trainers who said he was ready. Might have just been a little bit caught off guard by that goal.
That is pretty much all we have for the first intermission. About 3 minutes left here, so we are going to take a step aside, but we will be right back for the second period of action. I'm Ben Dackey. This is Amy Acevedo. You're watching Sooner Hockey on OU Hockey TV. Oh, man, that was some good pizza. JB's Woodfire Pizza, ladies and gentlemen. And for those of you who are listening in, that is in a food truck outside right now, outside the Arctic Edge Ice Arena. They toss the dough themselves. Very good stuff. Very good stuff.
Fueled up and ready to report on this second period of action. OU down 1-0 to the UCO Broncos.
Oh, man. Tasty. Culbertson Bond comes back out for the second period. He appears to be feeling A-OK as Artem Lantuk is in the net opposite him.
Yes, that's great for Sooners and Sooner fans. See our number one guy back out in the net, clearly doing okay and feeling well enough to help to carry his team to victory tonight. But in order to do that, the offense for the Sooners is going to need to step it up. Like we said, the first period seemed pretty evenly matched. UCO just took an advantage of a last-second opportunity there. They're only down 1-0 though, with 40 minutes left to play, 20 in this second period. That's about ready to start.
UCO sending out that top line of Regan, Sykes, and Guerra. Coach Arvanitas appears to be sending out Baird, Blake, and Declan Martin with Swearingen and Howe on the back end. So Hunter Howe getting back at the period starting form like he has been for most of this season. Bit of a delay here as the players are just skating around waiting for the action to start. And here we go. Cash Regan wins this one back. DeBecke has it now, starting the rush himself. Shovels it to Culbertson Bond's net. A bouncing puck into Culbertson Bond's chest. And a very quick stoppage in play here in the second.
Swearingen gives a polite shove to a UCO player, not wanting anyone to get close to his goalie, who was a little shaken up after a collision in the first period, wants to protect his netminder.
Another draw, one back by the Broncos. DeBecke, long shot, tipped by Will Blake, goes wide. Guerra tries to force one in on the back door. Culbertson Bond standing tall in his post. Another shot taken from the point, blocked by the Sooners. Sykes sends it to the half wall. Moving in, pass across the zone for DeBecke. DeBecke shot goes over the net.
Broncos are a lot more ready to pounce as they come out for the start of this second period. BCB has looked strong in net though. Now it's time for OU to take control of the puck though and get some chances of their own.
Another draw, one back by the Broncos. DeBecke takes a look. Long wrist shot, tipped in front and saved by Culbertson Bond. Couple quick shots from the point and a couple quick saves from the OU netminder.
Yeah, pretty quick comeback for BCB in net. Has had no shortage of work to do early on in this second period.
This draw, one back by the Sooners. Sooners trying to find it. Carter Eha with it down low in the corner. Here's Mikhailov. Mikhailov moving forward, and the Sooners send it out of the zone. DeBecke might have gotten a piece of that, and icing is indeed waved off. No, icing is called. I thought J.C. DeBecke got a piece of that, but I guess not. Something to keep in mind here, the Sooners are technically the home team this evening, so they do get the second change. And Ben Mondu forces this one to his right. Sooners trying to force it forward. Here's Andrew Lowe. Lowe crossing over, picking up speed, dumps it in, goes all the way around the boards. Nate Payne picks it up. Payne forces it forward, stalls her, breakout pass, goes for Eha. Eha moving forward into the neutral zone. Eha chips it in off the glass, and the Broncos are on the rush. Broncos stuck on the periphery of that corner there on the near side. Mikhailov tries to backhand it for Kraus. Mikhailov checked by Lowe. Sooners trying to get it out of the zone, and they do. Kraus forces it forward. Broncos caught offside. Rieger forces it forward for Mondu. Mondu handles, goes for Payne. Payne chips it in deep. Sooners will get a change as Payne checks Kraus. Puck goes forward for the Broncos. Stalls are moving in. Chips it forward. Culbertson-Bond paddles it away. A couple of Sooners fighting for possession with a couple of Broncos down low. Shot goes wide. Culbertson-Bond might have got a kick of that. Manchuk chips it forward. Goes all the way back down to UCO's zone. Williams plays it. Takes a look, looking for somewhere to go. Pass nearly picked off by Horn. Horn can't hold on. Icing waved off. Horn chips it. UCO with it at the point. On the half wall now. Pass to the slot. Shot, score! A nice pass to Cullen Hogan, who is sitting alone in the slot, shoots it, and puts the Broncos up 2-0.
And this is what we talked to with the coach about yesterday, is they had to keep UCO from getting in those high-scoring zones. That was how they got their 2 back-to-back losses on the road. And now it looks like OU gave up that spot to them, let them get in there, a spot that they liked and a spot that they're very clearly accurate in. And now it's 2-0 UCO.
This draw won by UCO. UCO trying to force it forward. Long pass picked off by Bassett. Bassett pass across the zone for Glass. Glass trying to force his way down the wall. UCO takes a look, trying to start a rush of their own here. Burton sends a long pass, doesn't find anyone, and icing is called. Play goes all the way back down the ice. Arvanitas sends out Blake Martin and Baird. Barone and Howe on the back end for the Sooners. Coach Rivera sends out his line of St. Clair, Doucette, and Redmond. Barone takes a look. Long wrist shot, blocked away by Lantuk. His first save of the period. A lot of stoppages in play here as it's been a lot of time in the OU zone. And Burton moving in. Burton, sharp angle shot, blocked by Barone. Puck bouncing. Who wants it? Who wants it? Long pass goes wide of Culbertson-Bond's crease. UCO on the outside of the zone now. Pass across the zone for Burton. Goes over his blade, and it will bounce all the way back down to Lantuk. Redmond with it, finds Doucette. Doucette can't hold on. Declan Martin strong on the back check, trying to find somewhere to go. Puck bounces out of play.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, a lot of stoppage so far. Only 16:55 on the clock. It's been a lot of stoppages. Felt like a lot longer period so far than it actually has been. OU, though, needs to take advantage of those opportunities when they are in their zone and try to get some more shots on net. None so far this period.
UCO goes D-to-D. Here's Guerra, chips it in deep. Rieger with it, takes a look, tries to force one to Payne. Payne backhands it forward. Sooners do get out of the zone. Andrew Lowe gives chase. Andrew Lowe in a foot race, doesn't get there. But here comes Mondu. Mondu sends it, picked off by DeBecke. And here comes UCO. DeBecke cutting through the center of the neutral zone, dips it off to Guerra. Guerra tries to find DeBecke again, checked by Payne. And UCO still trying to get a shot off here. Puck caught down low. Sooners have been much better at forcing UCO to make mistakes down low. UCO isn't dominating that part of the ice nearly as much as they were last night. Swearingen with it, wraps it around the boards. Will it get out of the zone? No, it will not. Taylor keeps it in. Checked by the Sooners. Mondu with it. Mondu has Payne. Payne picking up speed, moving down the left wing. Tries to pull through DeBecke. DeBecke, stick check. Bounces the puck off of Payne. Semsak's on the half wall, tries to keep it in. Bassett standing tall, pinches down a little bit, trying to get the puck off his stick, and UCO with it again. Tristan Glass stands in, picks up the pass, long wrist shot, save made by Lantuk! Puck bounces to the near side corner, and the Sooners are going to get a penalty. Andrew Lowe is going to go to the box for interference, much to the chagrin of the OU bench.
Yeah, a lot of colorful language on that bench. A third penalty for the Sooners to kill tonight. And they're hoping it'll end a lot better than the last one did, where the Broncos scored their first goal of the night.
Sooners have already topped their penalty total from yesterday evening by quite a bit. I believe they already have 3 more than they did all of yesterday evening. And Blake Swearingen and Jake Barone head out to defend Culbertson Bond's crease on the penalty kill once more.
2 Glass brothers on the ice together.
Maybe a little bit of frustration on the OU bench. Sooners still showing some physicality here. Got to be careful. There's a man alone on the back doorstep there. Hogan tries to cross his own shot, score. Well, you knew that he was due for one. Vitaly Mikhailov gets another tally.
This is exactly what the Sooners didn't want, as Lowe slams the door. Coming out of the penalty box, UCO able to capitalize on that power play much earlier than their previous one, and it's 3-0 Broncos.
OU hasn't been able to stay out of the box this evening, and that is 2 power play goals for the Broncos tonight. And Coach Arvanitis has seen enough, and he will call his timeout.
When we talked to Coach before the game, he spoke a lot about not letting the morale on the bench get down when the scoreboard goes up for the opposite team. And that's, I'm sure, a little bit at least of what he's going to be telling his group right now. There's still 35 minutes left in this game, alongside with some nice light housekeeping of some skills that he wants the Sooners to brush up on.
Sooners did appear to lose the plot a little bit on these last 2 penalty kills. Just UCO having way too much space to work with in the slot. Just a lot of passes to high danger places. And Culbertson Bond just hung out to dry on that last goal.
Exactly, and that's probably why Coach is addressing his team right now. He knows they have a lot of talent, and a lot more talent going into this series than they have in years past. So he knows they're capable of playing better hockey than this. And like you said, lost the plot a little bit, but that timeout, I'm sure, was well used to get their head back in the game and show up a little more in front of their netminder, and also to get some goals of their own.
Let's see if the timeout made any magic as UCO dumps it in deep again. UCO gives chase. Sooners force it to the point. Cross with a long shot. Stick saved away by Culbertson Bond. Couple of Sooners and a couple of Broncos fighting for possession on the half wall. Declan Martin comes out of that pile with the puck, checked, and the puck leaks out into the neutral zone. UCO will have to regroup. Carson Bassett pins the puck to the boards, trying to kick it to himself, and he does. Comes out of the pile with the puck, backhands it off the wall for Baird. Baird trying to move forward, checked by a UCO player, trying to make his way out of the zone. Sooners just pinned down deep here.
Puck is just glued to the wall. Both players fighting for possession.
And UCO comes out of the pile with the puck. Puck on the UCO point. And it leaks out behind Culbertson Bond's net. Redmond checks Howe. Sooners still trying to get this puck out of the zone. Puck gets through Kraus and down the ice. And icing is called. Sooners will not get a change out of that, and they will send a group of tired legs. UCO wins this draw. Shot from the point from Burton, and it's blocked away by BCB. And a puck takes a weird bounce off the glass. Williams picks it up, and here comes Will Baird. Will Baird with a bit of space, working against Burton. Has some help. Baird with a long shot. Save made by Lantuk.
Great save by Lantuk. That was a great look from Bard over there to get the second shot on net. Second shot on goal, should I say, for the Sooners this period, but unfortunately he wasn't able to get it past the Broncos goaltender.
Broncos win this drawback, take possession, trying to start a breakout here, and they do. Sykes picks it up at his blue line, pulls it in the neutral zone. Guerra chips it for Reagan. Reagan working against Barone. Barone, he's with the puck now, takes it away, passes it for Sinclair. Sinclair back for Barone. Barone can't hold on. Puck bouncing back and forth. Sooners just send it deep into the UCO zone. Rieger with it now. Rieger loses it. Here's Guerra. Guerra working against Barone. Guerra moving down the right wing. Has a man in the slot. That's Sykes. Tries to make a pass. Goes wide. Does not make contact with BCB. Here's Hollander. Hollander moving forward. Hollander checked at the red line by Regan. And UCO takes it back. Glass to Sinclair. Sinclair tried to get it in deep. Doesn't get through the UCO back line. And Rieger will send it all the way back down the ice. Rieger gives chase. Mikhailov on his hip. And Rieger goes down. And here comes Carson Glass. Carson Glass sends it out of the zone. I thought that might have gotten a piece of the netting, but apparently not. And icing is called again. Another defensive zone draw for the Sooners as Brendan Sinclair stands in against Carter Iha. And this one is won back by UCO. Long shot by DeBecky, blocked away by Culbertson Bond. That net is off its pegs. Tried to force it down the back door. Covered up by Culbertson Bond. A couple of pokes there. And the play is blown dead. The Sooners will get a line change.
Exactly, get some fresh legs on the ice. Hope that talk with Coach earlier did something, like you said, maybe a little bit of that Sooner magic that we hear mostly in relation to OU football could be used a bit here tonight as they try to get some points back on UCO. A very important defensive zone draw, hoping to win the puck and get it back in their own offensive zone.
DeBecky carrying the puck forward, turns back, Horn on his hip, trying to get that puck off of him, chips it back for Stalzer. UCO cycling in the near corner here. Cavalcanti tries to chip it forward, checked by Mikhailov. Sooners trying to get it out. DeBecky standing tall, gets it down low for Mikhailov again. Mikhailov checked by Cavalcanti. Mikhailov goes down, no hands go up. Horn with it. Horn loses his footing, trying to chip it forward. UCO still with it. Mikhailov down low, trying to try a wraparound there, loses his footing, and sends it up for Williams. Nate Payne makes a nice play there, gets the puck into the neutral zone. UCO has to regroup, and DeBecky shovels it in. And a collision there. A Sooner is down and now up. Everyone's okay. Good to see. And the Sooners finally get possession here. Swearingen starts things. Swearingen chips it for Payne. Payne chips it forward. Swearingen playing up. Shovels it backhand. Doesn't hit the net. UCO on the breakout now. Puck bounces back for Payne on center ice. And Payne sends it in deep. Lantuk makes a quick save, gloves it, and covers it up for a stoppage in play.
Some frustration on the Sooner bench. Horn came back to the bench, sat down, put his helmet and his head in his hands, seeming a little frustrated that nothing seems to be working right now for the Sooners, but his teammates were there to encourage him, pick him up. Hopefully we'll see some action on his next shift out.
And this draw won back by the Sooners. Demanchuk sends it back to Howe. Howe sends it in deep. Blake on the half wall trying to push it forward. Sooners fighting for possession, and they come out of the pile with it. Pass to Bassett, Bassett move in, slap shot, save made by Lantuk! Got a piece of the glove, but not enough. And puck shipped way out of play as a couple of fans duck. 11 minutes to go here in the second. Much more stoppages in play than in the early goings of the first period.
Yes, it's felt like it's almost been a full 20 minutes, but it's only been 9. Still 11 minutes left in this period. Sooners have only had 4 shots on goal since the start of this period, which looks unfortunately much like the trend that happened yesterday at the start of the second period. Sooners are gonna want to increase those numbers, hopefully score some goals.
And I'm not sure what the call was there. I think it might have been a high stick call, but Not really sure, as this one is won back by the Sooners. Bassett with it. Long wrist shot. Tipped in front. Saved by Lantuk, and the puck is still loose, and it's shipped back into the OU point. Bassett took another slap shot. Might have hit Demanchuk there as UCO takes it back. Bit of jump now in those anthracites. Demanchuk moving forward. Tried to find Glass in the slot. Can't connect. And a long headman pass. Howe is there, not there first. Icing waved off. And the Sooners will have to rush it out of their zone themselves. Krause with it now in the neutral zone. We'll send it all the way back down the ice. Glass gets a piece of it, plays it. Glass sends it forward for Demanchuk. Demanchuk, bouncing puck goes over his blade, can't get a piece. And UCO moving through the neutral zone. Here's St. Clair. St. Clair has Doucette with him. Long wrist shot, blockered away by Culbertson Bond. Doucette sends it down low. Here's Redmond. Redmond cutting into the slot. Save made by Culbertson Bond and covers it up.
Fresh set of legs on the ice for the Sooners.
OU needs a spark here. I'm not sure where it's going to come from, but if they're going to get back into this game, they're going to need a spark. And Sinclair wins that one back cleanly. Barone plays it back. St. Clair on his hip. And Culbertson will cover it up again, and we'll get another stoppage in play. We're halfway through this second period of action and halfway through this game with 9:55 left in this second period.
The Sooners are down. The Sooners are down 3-0, but there's still a lot of game left to play. Hoping to get a nice defensive zone clear on this shift and get some more shots on the net tonight.
Burton with a long wrist shot goes wide. Baird picks it up, chips it off the glass, forces it to the UCO point. UCO trying to force their way forward, and here's Swearingen starting the rush himself. Swearingen gets it to Baird. Baird kicks it to himself, and Sooners get it in deep. Declan Martin on the forecheck. Burton spins away from Martin. Baird loses it. Sooners still trying to figure out just where it is, and UCO breaks it out. This could be trouble. Here comes Burton. Burton working against Swearingen. Tries to cut in, and he's put down by Swearingen. And the puck being fought for possession on the far corner there. UCO pulling it up the wall. Here's UCO, turns it over to Sinclair. Sinclair off the wall. Long shot from the point, deflected, and it goes wide. Redmond spin, protects, sends it to the point. Brown in the opposite corner, trying to force his way up to the top of the OU zone. Sooners still trying to get out of the zone. Declan Martin loses his footing. Shot taken, doesn't go anywhere. Puck bouncing, and the Sooners have numbers. Here comes Will Baird moving through the center of the neutral zone. Long wrist shot, blocked away by Lantuk and off the glass. Baird fighting off a couple of UCO players. And who's the call on there? Someone's getting an interference call. I'm not sure who. The whistle blew when a Sooner touched the puck. And it looks like it's going to be against OU. Declan Martin, 2 minutes for interference. I didn't see it, but yet another opportunity for the Broncos.
Yes, and like we said, on 2 of their 3 power play opportunities, UCO has scored. So the Sooner defense really needs to tighten up while they're at this disadvantage.
UCO goes D to D. Here's DeBecky starting things up himself, crossing over, picking up speed, working against Glass. He'll send it in deep. Gets a piece of Carson Bassett. And Tristan Glass, he has a bit of space working against DeBecky now, and he will just spin and head back to some more friendly-looking jerseys, or he will send it all the way back down the ice where Sam Sykes plays it. Sykes passes it for Regan. Regan working against Rieger. Regan forced outside. Makes a quick lap around the zone. DeBecky at the top of the zone. Here's Sykes. Sykes with a wrist shot, saved by Culbertson Bond, covered up. Puck is still loose. Pass to the far side of the slot, and it goes wide. Puck out of danger to DeBecky. And Jacob Rieger was missing his stick for a while there as the OU bench reminded him. And a couple of passes here. Blaha with it. Blaha with a shot. Whiffs on it. And the Sooners will get it out of the zone. And the first half of this penalty kill is over. Sooners get a change as Sam Sykes takes over behind the UCO net. About 45 to go here on the kill for the Sooners. Here comes Andre Blaha. Or excuse me, David Burton. Burton moving to his left. Stalls her across the zone for Mikhailov. Mikhailov loses his footing on his knees. Tries to find a man in the front of the net. And a no shot there. Mikhailov with it. Pass back down. Here's Mikhailov again. Finds a man on the half wall. Burton sends to Mikhailov. One-timer shot, and it's blocked. And the Sooners shovel it out of play. And we will get another stoppage here. 22 seconds to go on the penalty kill for the Sooners.
Incredible work there by BCB when there was a lot of chaos in front of the net. To keep his cool, even fell off backwards a little bit, disoriented. But still managed to keep the puck out of the net. 7:01 left in this period.
Sooners win this draw, wrap it around the boards. Burton with it again, send it down low for Mikhailov. Mikhailov send it to, or excuse me, there's Mikhailov. Mikhailov can't keep the puck in the zone, and offside is called.
Nine seconds left on the penalty kill for the Sooners, and so far it's looked a lot better than their previous few, but these last second goals have been gut-wrenching for the Sooners so far, so they need to stay on top of it while this penalty power play winds down.
Kraus pushing his way forward. Declan Martin about to get out of the box, and he does. Sooners back to full strength. Cavalcanti is on the ice to take his spot, and here Sooners stuck in that corner there. UCO back to their aggressive forechecking ways here. Pass to the front of the slot, and it's blocked by Kovaceban. Puck is still loose in the crease. Kovaceban still with it, and it's poked through. The ref says no goal. I haven't seen a goal signal yet.
Yeah, the goal was knocked off of its pegs. We're not sure yet. Like you said, no goal signal from the refs.
The refs are conversing. I don't think they've called a goal yet, but the puck was covered and the net did come off its pegs. No goal is called.
Much to the excitement of the Sooner fans in the building and the dismay of the Bronco fans. Still 3-0, UCO.
So you notice how the UCO fans didn't react when they made the no goal call because they don't know what the no goal call means. A lot of new casual hockey fans in the building.
I mean, I'd say it's one of the few sports that they have the one-up on OU for, so
I think it's the only sport they have a one-up on OU. Maybe.
That is very true, so they come out for whatever sport they can beat us in.
And a ref you suck chant rains down in the Arctic Edge Ice Arena.
Wouldn't be a hockey game without one.
Sam Sykes, Mohawks, sends it in deep where Barone plays behind his net. Barone looking for somewhere to go. Crossing over, picking up speed. Pass picked up by Regan. Barone gives Regan a bit of a shoulder there. Swearingen hitting the corner. UCO still with it, and it's to the point. Long shot, goes wide. Kraus moving in down low. Shot saved by Culbertson Bond. Long shot goes wide. Guerra tries to tip it in, and the Sooners will send it all the way back down the ice for a icing call, or not. Cavalcanti in a foot race. Icing is waved off. Good forecheck there by Cavalcanti to get icing waved off, and Lantuk will cover up the puck, and the Sooners will get an offensive zone draw.
few players trying to come together, but the refs are quick to break that up. And especially if you're the Sooners, you cannot afford to have any more penalty kills right now. They were fortunately able to clean off the last one, but you definitely don't want to see this strong UCO team back on the power play. Crucial offensive zone draw for the Sooners coming up.
This pass is forced forward into the UCO corner. Trisenglass with it in the corner, trying to protect the puck, trying to find somewhere to go. Pass picked up by DeBecky. DeBecky backhands it off the wall and out of the zone. Sooners will have to regroup. Sadler with it now. 5:22 to go here in the third as Bassett with it, chips it forward. DeBecky standing tall on the blue line, flips it forward. Broncos trying to get something going here on this possession. Taylor moving down low, checked by Rieger. Here's Hogan. Hogan crossing over, shot from the top of the zone, goes wide. Might have hit something. Not sure if that was BCB or a UCO player, but here's DeBecky again. DeBecky with a sharp angle shot, hits his own man, and it's behind the UCO or the OU net. Blaha with it now. Blaha sends it to the point. That's Williams. Williams D to D for DeBecky. DeBecky moving down low, tries to send another pass down low. Pass sticked away by BCB. UCO still with it. DeBecky with it. Pass to the half wall. Blaha with it. Blaha picking up speed behind UCO's net. And the arm goes up again. And I think OU's going to get a power play this time. It is indeed a Bronco headed to the box this time. Carson Bassett draws the call for the Sooners. And the Sooners finally are headed to the power play this evening.
And this is crucial for the Sooners to improve on their less than stellar power play record last night. A chance to get back in the game. There's still 24 minutes left in this game, 4.5 in this period. And they're only down by 3 goals, which is not a steep hill to climb, especially for this new 2023-24 Sooner team, but they need to take advantage of the power plays that they have.
Robbie Rebroker is the culprit for UCO. Interference is called. The officials are having a bit of a conference near the timekeeper's table. I'm not sure what they're conversing, but Cooper Krause and Tristan Glass are there to represent their respective teams.
Yes, and it seems like the refs want to keep it quite private. There have been a few times where they've had discussions and told the assistant captains essentially, go away, let us talk, then we'll let you know what's going on.
And the officials are now conversing with the UCO bench. I'm not sure what the call is. For now, the penalty is appearing as a 2-minute minor on the scoreboard, and Coach Arvanitis will take this opportunity to have a quick word with his 5 power play members. The door for the UCO box is open, which is making me think there might be someone either coming into the box or leaving the box. Robbie Rebroker is being told to leave the box. Robbie Rebroker has been disqualified from the game.
Our producer, Caleb Shaw, said he thought he overheard one of the referees say a game misconduct for a player, and it seems that might have happened to Rebroker as he leaves the ice.
I'm not sure what the misconduct was for. There was a bit of extracurriculars after the whistle, which is pretty par for the course for this rivalry. But the Broncos just lost one of their right wingers. So
Sooner fans might not know what the misconduct was for, but I'll tell you one thing. They are happy in this building, cheering on their team that's about to go on the power play with 4.5 minutes left in this period.
And OU wins this draw. If the Sooners are going to start getting some momentum going, now would be a very excellent time. Pass to the point for Barone. Barone for Mondu. Mondu tries to send it across the zone. Barone gets a piece of it, but it trickles into the corner. Sooners looking for somewhere to go. Barone with it on the point. Sends it forward for Lowe. Glass behind the net. Glass sends it to Payne. Payne back to Glass, and Glass back for Payne. Payne, sharp ankle shot, tipped in front and goes wide. Stalls are checked by Lowe. Sooners possessing the puck very well here. Mondu with it. Mondu moving in. Pass across the zone for Payne. Payne moves in. Low shot kicked away by Lantuk. Mondu with it. Sykes picks it up. Sykes again. The Broncos being very aggressive on the forecheck here, even while shorthanded. And play is blown dead, and the arm went up again. And UCO is, I'm not sure what the arm went up for. And Ben Mondu is headed to the box, and the Sooners just lost their power play.
For slashing, it appears. And it'll be 4-on-4 for the next couple of minutes. Well, the Sooners might maintain their power play as there is a UCO player also in the box.
Is that right? I am so confused. Okay, so if I am reading everything correctly, Mondu will be in the box for the next 2 minutes, but by the time Mondu gets out of the box, the Sooners will have 3 minutes and 43 seconds of power play time to work with. Does that sound about right?
Sounds about right. A little bit confusing. for all of us
ACHA
here.
After Dark, ladies and gentlemen. I am just as confused as you are. And we will get a heavy dosage of 4-on-4 here as UCO pushes it forward. DeBecke working with Regan. Sooners take it back. Here's Logan Sadler. Sadler crossing over, picking up speed. Shovels it forward with his backhand. Picks it up in the corner. Protects the puck. Plays back for Blake. Blake for Howe. Howe crosses zone for Barone. Barone takes a look. Low shot blocked by Sykes. Barone with it. Crosses zone. DDD for Howe. Howe will send it in deep. Sadler gives chase, but Burton's going to get there first. And UCO coming in. It's a 2-on-2 for the Broncos now. Regan with it. Regan and Sykes, two of the leading scorers in the conference. Shot saved easily by Colfus and Bond as Cavalcanti plays it. Howe chips it back for Barone. Barone takes a look. Breakout pass for Cavalcanti. Cavalcanti has some space. Cavalcanti loses the puck and will send it in deep. Cavalcanti going to pick up his own dump in, and UCO takes it back. Swearingen can't keep it in the zone, and the Sooners will have to regroup. Sooners trying to stand tall here. Cavalcanti makes a nice play to keep it in. Glass picks it up behind Lantuk. Glass still with it. Finds Bassett. Bassett, one-timer, goes wide! Ugh. Sooners getting maybe a little bit of cooking here. 1:26 to go. 15 seconds on Mondu's penalty. Sooners will be back on the power play here soon. Payne with it now. Payne, sharp angle pass, hits the side of the net. And Lantuk covers for a stoppage in play. 6 seconds for Mondu left in the box.
Yes, and like you said, it seems like the Sooners are able to get something going here a little bit more towards the tail end of this 4-on-4 play. And if that's so, they can be really threatening on the power play that'll be theirs in 6 seconds.
Andrew Lowe seems to be, no, Nate Payne appears to be taking the draw for the Sooners. Jake Barone to his back left, and Carson Bassett standing at the top of the zone here. And this draw won by UCO. UCO dumps the puck, high sticking there as Mondu gets out of the box. Sooners will play the puck. Barone with it now. Breakout pass. Mondu can't get it. Payne with it now. Payne trying to pick up some speed. Mondu chips it for Mondu. Payne back for Mondu. Mondu. Payne gets a quick shot off. And another stoppage in play as someone is going to the box again. This time it's going to be UCO. Jamison St. Clair on the call there. An interference call. A lot of interference calls so far tonight. But the Sooners will get a 2-minute 5-on-3. Whew. Now, this is where you need to get something. You need to score here.
You took the words right out of my mouth. If there was any chance for the Sooners to capitalize, it is right now. They need to get something going to get on the board. This is a tough UCO team, but 5-on-3, the Sooners have the advantage and should, looking to score here.
Puck back up to the point. Barone and Payne up high for the Sooners. Payne can hold on to the pass, and the Sooners are going to have to regroup. Lowe crossing over. Lowe picking up speed. Has a bit of space, working down the right wing, trying to make his way past Dubecki. Lowe put down. Here's Glass. Glass and Lowe caught down low in the corner. The arm is up again. UCO is going to get another penalty here. Wow. It just keeps coming for the Broncos.
There are not enough spaces on the scoreboard here at Arctic Edge to fill up all these UCO penalties. OU coaches telling their goaltender to head up to the blue line.
Culbertson Bond getting ready to get pulled here with 24 seconds left in the second. The Sooners getting very aggressive here. We could see a 6-on-3 here in just a second.
Yes, 3 players in that UCO penalty box. It is looking full. Sooner players cheering on their teammates on the ice, hoping to score in this remaining 30 seconds of the period.
Draw one back by the Sooners. Here's Barone. Barone takes a look. Goes back for Mondu. Mondu for Barone. 6-man is out. Long shot blocked. 14 seconds left. Mondu for Barone. Across the zone for Payne. Payne takes a look. A lot of traffic in front of Lantuk. Here's Barone. Barone takes a look. Cross the zone for Payne. Payne with a shot. Blocked, covered, and stopped. 1 second remaining in the second period, and that might do it for the Sooners' chances here. That is just not going to be enough time for the Sooners to work with here. There are still 6 gray shirts out on the ice. If I'm Tristan Glass, I'm just going to maybe try to shoot it right when the puck hits the ice. And UCO wins the draw, and that'll do it for the second period.
Unfortunate loss of an opportunity for OU. 6-on-3. Still have a little over 3 minutes of power play time when they come back for this third period, which they're going to need to take advantage of if they want to try to get some scores against this UCO team.
Broncos will have quite a bit of work to do shorthanded to start the third. I count 3 penalties, one of which hasn't even started yet. So the Sooners will be on 5-on-3 for the first 3 or 4 minutes or so of this third period. And that is quite a bit to work with, but they are still down 3-0.
Exactly. They're really going to need to push for these opportunities in front of the net, drawing their goaltender, taking advantage of having that 6-man there to work with. I mean, the Sooners need to score on this power play. They just have to.
A lot of frustrated faces heading to the OU dressing room now, and as they take a break, so will we. We will be right back for the second intermission report. I'm Ben Dackey. With me is Amy Acevedo. You're watching Sooner Hockey on OU Hockey TV.
Step right up. Buckle up. The only direction we're headed is... Yep, you get it. Welcome to the one and only Oklahoma.
In some ways, this film is like the university itself.
The one flagship university that has served the state since before there was a state.
Its story is never entirely completed.
Where one scoop of dirt can save thousands of lives. Where one group of biologists are connecting with world-class meteorologists to protect the one world, one planet that connects us all. Whoa, that one literally might land on the moon. But that's fine, because what's stopping us from going up there and getting it? This is a team, a squad, a family, leading a collective pursuit where we share all ideas, embrace thousands of different perspectives, and require every last hand on deck.
Cleared for takeoff.
What else we got? More trophies than you can count? Check. Rhodes Scholars? Check. Largest research engine in the state? Check. The next generation realizing a new American dream? Okay. Actually, it's better than okay. It's OKLAHOMA. It's the strength of many marching under one crimson and cream flag, creating Sooner magic that must be seen to be believed at the one university where one OU family makes up the one and only Oklahoma.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Sooner Hockey on OU Hockey TV. My name is Ben Dackey. Alongside me is Amy Acevedo. And the Sooners will head into the third period of action with quite a bit of work to do.
Yes, however, they left with the 6-on-3 advantage to end the period. They're really going to need to take advantage of this massive power play that they have to get some points on the board. I mean, it's 3-0, not insurmountable to come back on. But, there are 20 minutes left. This is a tough UCO team. If you don't score now with this advantage, you might not score at all.
Now, just to remind the folks at home what the Sooners are working with, currently the scoreboard reads 1 penalty with 1 minute and 8 seconds and another penalty with 2 minutes and 34 seconds. But something to keep in mind, there is a third penalty that has not begun yet. So that third penalty will not start until the first penalty has expired. So for 1 minute and 8 seconds, the Sooners will have a 5-on-3, and then another 5-on-3 will begin, which will be about 1 minute and, can I do math? 1 minute and 26 seconds. The Sooners will have another 5-on-3. So that's quite a bit of time to be on a 5-on-3.
Exactly, and I'm sure Coach is talking to them right now in the locker room, telling them how to take advantage of these opportunities. They need to utilize their speed. It is one of their bigger strengths against this UCO team. And just like I said, if you can't score now, will you score at all? This is crucial for the Sooners.
I think the Sooners need to get at least 2 goals here in the early goings of this period. They need to hit UCO while they have numbers and get that third one in the later stages of the period. But a lot can happen in an ACHA period of hockey.
Exactly, and we've seen so many penalties for both teams throughout this game. The Sooners were picking them up earlier in the period and in the first period as well. But as of late, with these 3 consecutive penalties for UCO, the tide has turned a little bit in OU's favor. So we need to take advantage of this. Like you said, anything could happen. The Sooners need to be sharp and on their toes. They've done a good job so far this period of keeping, I won't say minimal shots for UCO, but diminishing them, and have improved a lot on their shots on goal from last night in the second period.
They need to stay out of the box. They did such a good job of doing that last night. UCO only got 1 opportunity on the power play all night. They cannot afford to be shorthanded in this period.
Exactly, and like we said, 2 of those 3 goals that they've scored tonight were on the power play for UCO. This is a dangerous team when it's even strength. This is a dangerous team when you have the man advantage. So when they have the advantage, extremely dangerous. I mean, like you said during our pregame show, they're not the number 3 ranked team in the country for no reason.
A UCO player was ejected from the match. Robbie Rebroker was ejected from the game. So I don't know how much his absence will affect the Broncos in the third period, but losing a forward in that rotation, it's got to count for something.
Exactly. The Broncos do have a talented lineup, but losing any of that talent could be potentially harmful, so the Sooners need to take advantage of that loss and step up with some of their own talent to score some goals.
I think the Sooners just need to pin their ears back and run hog wild for 20 minutes. Number one, they need a quick goal, then they need another quick goal, and then they need to get physical for 20 minutes. They cannot afford to be on the back foot like they have for so much of this series. We've said so much about how different and how much better the Sooners team is from years past. They have 20 minutes to show that they are different and that they are better.
Exactly, and like you said, 14 now straight losses to a UCO team, and we've seen how much they've improved this year. They need to show that now. And last night when I was reporting on ice, I noted that the demeanor around the bench was low sometimes, and that the coaches were yelling at their players, shoot the puck, a little less passing. And like you said, to get some of these quick goals, the Sooners just need to get some shots off quick if they want to see a difference in this game.
Artem Lantuk, he hasn't been asked to do a whole lot for the Broncos this evening. They've done a good job of keeping his area of the ice clean, but he has been quite solid for the Broncos this evening.
Definitely. We were interested to see that there was a goalie switch tonight, but clearly there's no shortage of goalie talent on that team. Same can be said for OU, though. BCB only allowing 3 shots out of 30 shots on goal, saving 27 of those. But your goalie can only do so much. Your offense needs to contribute to win a hockey game.
I think we will leave it at that for now. About 3 minutes to go here in the intermission. We will take a step back as the Sooners and Broncos take the ice again. But until then, you're watching Sooner Hockey on OU Hockey TV. As the Broncos head back to the ice, we are ready for the final period of action in the first series of the I-35 rivalry for the 2023-2024 season. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ben Dacu. To my left is Amy Acevedo. The Sooners have 20 minutes to claw back in a 3-0 game.
And they'll start with 3 UCO penalties on the period. If there was ever time for the Sooners to take advantage and score some goals, it's right now. It has to be right now.
We've seen plenty of Sooner magic in this booth over the last couple of years, and we're going to need a little bit more as the Sooners head out for a 5-on-3. Sam Sykes, Cooper Kraus, and Artem Shura are the 3 defenders for UCO. Artem Lantuk in his net. To our left, Culbertson Bond comes back out for the third in the net for our right. Coach Arvanitis will send out Glass, Mondu, and Lowe up front with Payne and Barone on the back end. If the Sooners are going to make something happen, now would be a very good time as UCO sends it all the way back down to OU's end. Payne with it now. He dips it off to Mondu. Mondu wraps it around the boards. Kraus gives chase. Kraus checked by Lowe. Glass with it now. Glass spins. Looking for somewhere to go. Sends it down low for Lowe. Lowe trying to protect the puck. UCO picks it up first. Shara will shovel it all the way back down the ice. Barone will play it. Or Culbertson Bond will play it. And Barone will pick it up behind his net. UCO gets a change. OU starts the rush. Barone runs into Glass. Passes it to Mondu. And Sykes makes a nice play to send it all the way back into OU's zone. OU not able to get anything going in the early goings of this power play. Barone starts a rush, gets it to Payne. Payne for Mondu. Mondu cutting down the left wing. Crossing over, picking up speed. UCO in the triangle. Shura protecting the puck with his body. Sooners trying to dig it out. And they do. Sooners still with it. Lowe gets it for Payne. Payne with it. Pass across the zone for Barone. Barone down low for Mondu. Mondu tries to find a man in the slot. UCO standing tall. Puck bounces high in the air. No one has it yet. Sooners trying to keep it in, and they do. Barone for Lowe. Back to Barone. Barone takes a look. Top of the zone. Pass down low for Lowe. And Lowe wraps around the wall. No one home. UCO will send it all the way back down the ice.
This is not the start to the 5-on-3 that the Sooners wanted. Nothing really getting started here. If anything, we've seen UCO on their aggressive on their chances when they have the puck. Shows how confident that team is. The Sooners need to emulate some of that confidence. They've done great in power plays earlier this season, but tonight, nothing working so far.
45 seconds to go here on the 5-on-3 for the Sooners. The Broncos now down to only 2 penalties here, the first of which has been killed off. Bassett comes down for the pass, but the puck leaks out anyway. UCO sends it all the way back down the ice. 30 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. OU, I don't think, has gotten a shot on this power play yet.
You are correct. Still 21 shots on the game.
Cavalcanti moving in. Cavalcanti crosses the zone for Sadler. Sadler caught offside. .15 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. 50 seconds left on the clock is running for some reason. I think the refs did notice that it took a few seconds for the clock to start at the beginning of the period, so they were running off the clock to get us back to even Steven here. UCO still on 5-on-3. Sooners, they got to get something going here. 6 seconds remaining on this 5-on-3. And UCO sends it all the way back down the ice, and that will kill off the rest of the 5-on-3. 30 seconds to go here on the power play for the Sooners. 3 minutes into the third period, not a lot has happened for OU.
No, like you mentioned earlier, not a single shot on goal so far this period. And when you have so much 5-on-3 time, it's crucial. Not a good look for the Sooners starting this period.
Bats crossing over, breakout pass for Cavalcanti. Cavalcanti takes a step back, passes it for Howe. Howe moving in. Checked by Guerra, and UCO takes it back, sends it all the way back down the ice, and that will kill off the last penalty. UCO with a phenomenal penalty kill as the Broncos get back to full strength. Burton moving in down the left wing, long low shot, blocked by Kopitar-Bond. Kopitar-Bond will cover it and get a stoppage in play. That was not a good power play for the Sooners.
I think not good is an understatement. That was a chance for the Sooners, like you mentioned in our second intermission report, to really try to get 1 or 2 quick goals off to bring this game back within striking distance, but now they only have 16 and a half minutes left to score 3 goals, and based on how scoring has gone for the Sooners tonight, it's not looking great, but there's still 16 and a half minutes left on the clock, plenty of time for this team to get back up to speed and try to get themselves back in it.
A lot of time to work with, but 16 minutes is when you got to score 3 goals, I don't know. Here comes Nate Payne. Payne moving in, moves it to Mondu. Mondu flips it, try to find Lowe. Lowe not home. Mondu, I would have maybe liked to seen him take a shot there.
Good opportunity to get 1 shot. It looked better than their chances on the power play, but he didn't think so himself.
Icing is called, and the Sooners will get an offensive zone draw. Arvanita sending out Glass, Sinclair, and Sadler. That is Carson Glass, Logan Sadler, and Brendan Sinclair. UCO will keep out that tired line of Mikhailov and Iha.
2 of their 3 goal scorers tonight.
This draw won back by Sinclair. Low shot goes wide. Nothing doing here yet for the Sooners. Glass chips it back. Stalzer picks it up on half wall. Sends it back to the back end for UCO. Here's Burton. Burton shovels it forward. Hits Stalzer. Stalzer working against Bassett. Stalzer stays wide and gets a piece of Bassett's stick, and Bassett's going to go to the box for tripping.
This is a crucial penalty kill for the Sooners. Reminder, UCO has scored on 2 of their 3 power plays earlier tonight. This will be a 4th for them. I mean, like you said, it's a tall order to ask for 3 goals in 15 and a half minutes. If they score another one, that'll make it even a steeper hill to climb for the Sooners. Just clearing up some scoreboard confusion. Almost had the penalty for the wrong team.
Sooners once again to the penalty kill this evening. And this draw is won back by UCO. Shura plays it down for Sykes. Sykes tried to find Regan. He's checked behind BCB's net. Here's Regan again. Regan up high for DeBecke. DeBecke long wrist shot tipped in front, and it goes wide. UCO trying to force one on the outside of Kopitar-Bond's crease. That hasn't been opened for them as much this evening. As Swearingen fights for the puck, Regan comes out of the scrum with it. Regan up high for DeBecke. DeBecke back for Regan. Regan takes a look. Wrist shot goes wide. Man on the backdoor save made by Kopitar-Bond. That is off its pegs. We will play on. DeBecke starting the rush, cutting through the center of the defensive zone, moves it forward for Regan. Regan puts it forward. Down low, UCO caught in deep. Regan dumps it off for Sykes. Sykes back up for Regan. Regan over for DeBecke. DeBecke for puck bouncing. Sykes takes it. Sends it back up to the point forward. DeBecke. DeBecke for Sykes. Sooners standing in what looks like the diamond for now. And pass up high for DeBecke. DeBecke. Big shot from the side of the zone. It goes wide. Andre Blaha with a bit of a chance there. DeBecke with it again. DeBecke for Guerra. Guerra with a shot. Save made. Rebound. Score! Sam Sykes. Power play goal.
And some frustration from Carson Bassett as he comes out of the penalty box. Exactly the opposite of how the Sooners wanted to start this period. The Broncos have been killer tonight on that power play. It's 4-0 Broncos.
Puck bounces back and forth. UCO takes it again. Doucette takes a shot, hits Hunter Howe, and goes out of play. This draw won back by the Sooners. Will Baird with a nice clean win there. Breakout pass forward, Declan Martin. Martin chips it forward. Kraus picks it up. Kraus sends it back. Martin picks it off. Declan trying to force his way forward. Puck caught on the blue line now. Redmond chips it forward, tried to find St. Clair. St. Clair narrowly avoids a check from Declan Martin. Here comes Shura. Shura dumps it off for Doucette. Doucette put down by Blake. Redmond picks it up, moving forward, picking up speed. Looking for man on the point, loses his footing. Brome with it now. Chips it off the glass. UCO standing tall on the point, and OU does get it out. Here comes Duncan Hollander. Hollander moves it forward. Kraus picks it up in front of his net. Checked by Hollander and put down. Here comes Mikhailov. Mikhailov taking a look, trying to find somewhere to go. Sends it in deep. Bassett's going to play it behind his net. And Swearingen will backhand it out of the zone. Stalzer gives chase. Icing is going to be waved off here. UCO goes D-to-D, trying to get something going here. Pass meant for Mikhailov, picked off by Sadler. And UCO will send it back for Mikhailov. Puck bounces all the way back to Swearingen's corner. Swearingen will ship it off to the half wall. UCO still standing tall. OU having a hard time getting out of their zone here. Stalzer sends it in deep. And wraparound chance, trying to stuff it in. Culbertson Bond on his post, and no goal. And we are going to go to ice level for our ice level reporter, Lauren Simpkins. Lauren, what do you have for us?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Lauren Simpkins here with OU Hockey. I want to talk about the energy here on the ice and on the bench. You know, the Sooners are down 4-0. It's not looking pretty. However, the energy is not gone from this bench. Whether it be on the bench or on the ice, the Sooners are here and they're ready to compete. They haven't lost any morale or anything of that sort. Back to you, Ben.
Thank you, Lauren. Excellent reporting as always. Sooners with another defensive zone draw here. 12:25 to go here in the third. Brendan Sinclair will take the draw. Cullen Hogan of Dallas, Texas will be his opponent.
Like Lauren said, the Sooners are going to need to channel some of that energy from the bench. Good thing they're keeping it up to cut this deficit.
Sooners tried to force something forward for a breakout. Nothing doing there. Demanchuk with it now. Tries to force it forward. Rieger with it. Rieger gets it back for Horn. Horn chips it forward. Pile of bodies there stuck on the half wall. And St. Clair comes out with the puck. St. Clair checked by Sinclair as Sinclair loses it, and UCO with it again. St. Clair spinning, trying to protect the puck. Checked by Rieger. Rieger getting a bit pushy there in the corner. And the Broncos have it again. Pass down low, tipped, and goes wide of the net. Demanchuk chases. Cullen Hogan trying to find where the puck is. Still has it. Rieger tried to check him, couldn't find him. Here's Demanchuk. Demanchuk checked again. Sooners having a very tough time getting this puck out of their zone. Blaha with it. Blaha tried to stuff one in with his backhand, but it's denied. Guerrero with it behind the net. UCO just running wild under OU's goal line as OU gets it to the UCO point. Regan with it now. Regan for Guerrero. Guerrero tried to get it back to Regan, and OU will dump it back. Taylor standing tall on the blue line, and OU finally gets it out of their zone. For Sykes. Sykes turns it over for Demanchuk and recovers.
Unfortunately, OU wasn't able to keep it out of their own zone for long, trying to clear the puck, get a break, and probably get some fresh legs on the ice.
And a long shot is saved by Culbertson Bond.
Unfortunately, if you're the Sooners, this period has not started the way you wanted it to. Only one shot on goal for the Sooners in this period. UCO has the advantage by 13 more with 35 shots on goal tonight. First face-off is waved off.
Another draw, one back by UCO. Guerra takes a long wrist shot, hits an OU player, and the puck bounces to the OU corner. OU still having a hard time getting the puck out of their zone. The ice just seems really tilted in UCO's favor right now as the puck bounces back to the back of OU's net. Will Barrett standing on the half wall here, trying to get the puck forward, and doesn't get it forward. Sam Sykes standing tall at the blue line. Will Blake finally gets the puck out of the zone, and it will go all the way back down the ice. Icing is waved off. Sooners will get a change. Sargent working against Sykes. Sykes pushes it forward for Regan. This first line getting a lot of ice time here in the third because the Sooners just seem to have no answer for this line. Mikhailov sent it back in deep. Howe wraps around the board. Swearingen, he has Lowe there. Lowe sitting high on the zone. Lowe moving forward. Puck bounces back into the UCO zone. And the Sooners will send it out of play. Hit something and out of play. Halfway done with this third period, and the Sooners did not have the first 10 minutes of that period that we had hoped them to in this booth. I've counted a 1 shot on goal for them in this period so far.
Yes, definitely unfortunate, especially when you consider that they started this period off with a 5-on-3 man advantage. We talked about how crucial those opportunities were, and they didn't make anything of it. They have to try to make with even strength for the rest of the period.
Brown gives chase to the puck. Breakout pass forward, Lowe. Lowe pushes it forward, gets it past Kraus. Kraus is going to get to that foot race first and sends it back to the neutral zone. Stalls are moving forward, working one-on-one against Rieger. Wrist shot taken and saved by Culbertson Bond. Here's Iha. Iha turns the puck over. Sooners on the breakout now. Here comes Barone. Barone went coast to coast last night, and he'll send it forward. Mondu can't connect, and Lantuk will cover that puck and get a stoppage in play.
And some fighting down behind the UCO net. Might be even more penalties so far tonight. I will say one positive I can take away from this game, at least for myself, is that over-under on the net coming off the post, the goal coming off the posts. I believe you said over 6. I think we've only had 2 so far tonight. I did take the under.
Game's not over yet, Amy.
It's a lot of goal coming off the post in 9 minutes, but not wrong.
And another draw, one back by UCO. Burton plays it back, and he will send it forward. Redmond with it. Redmond picking up speed, cuts to the middle, cut to the outside, and Redmond put down by Sadler, and Sadler is going to get sent to the box again. Holman with it. Holman trying to push his way forward, and the whistle is blown, and OU will be sent to the box again. Logan Sadler for elbowing.
And that's the 3rd time tonight. Unfortunate penalty kill for the Sooners.
And Logan Cavalcanti is headed to the box as well. And UCO is going to get a 5-on-3, it looks like. No, Logan Sadler has been handed a 10-minute misconduct.
The OU bench trying to get some clarification from the refs right now.
No, it is not a 2 and 10. Both OU players have been given 2-minute minors. Cavalcanti for 2 minutes and Sadler for 2 minutes. Sadler's in the box for elbowing. I'm not sure what Cavalcanti got. The hands on the hip pose made me think that a misconduct was coming and that Sadler was getting a 2 and a 10.
Yeah, but this is unfortunate situation for the Sooners. 2 minutes of 5-on-3 hockey. They need to take a page out of UCO's book, do what they did earlier, and kill this penalty with force.
Dubecki for Blaha. Blaha back for Dubecki. Dubecki takes a look. The UCO defenseman just having a catch. UCO content to just play with the puck, keep it at the periphery of the zone. Blaha for Dubecki again. Blaha working his way down, sent it to Dubecki. And the Sooner faithful that did make the trip for this evening gives out their support as Blaha rips one just wide of the net. Blaha with it again, takes a look, sends it down low for Regan. Regan for Sykes. Sykes can't hold on. That puck will bounce all the way back up to the UCO point. Guerrero with it now, sends it behind the net to Regan. Regan has a man on the slot. Dubecki has one, and he doesn't connect on the shot. Dubecki with it again. Halfway done with his power play. Blaha rips one, score! Make it 5 on the night for the Broncos as the UCO get another power play goal on the evening. Sooners will get one of their guys back, and it will move to 5-on-4.
Even though the Sooners are still at the disadvantage, they are going to need to play this next minute like they have the advantage. Try to get some more shots on goal. Like we said, only one so far in this period, and now it's 5-0, an even steeper hill to climb.
Hogan working his way down, pass down low for Stalzer. Stalzer back for Mikhailov. UCO still on the power play here. Burton tries to find a man down low. OU gets it out of the zone. Mikhailov picks it up in the neutral zone. 7:26 to go here in the third. Burton tried to find Hogan. Hogan pushes it forward. Hogan stops and starts, sends it back to the point. Broncos still with possession here. Burton at the top of the zone. Across the zone for Mikhailov. Back for Burton. Burton across the zone. One-timer and saved by Culbertson Bond. Ten seconds to go on the penalty kill for the Sooners with 7:02 remaining in the third. Rieger plays it behind the net. UCO still with it. And the puck bounces out of the zone. That might have been just what the Sooners needed to get back to even strength here. Cavalcanti running to get out of the box. And here he comes. Stalzer rips it down to the bottom of the zone. Rieger will play it behind BCB's net. And let's see if the Sooners can't get something cooking here in the late goings of this period. Puck bounces back into the neutral zone. It's played by Kraus. Kraus takes a look. Nearly hits a linesman. And OU will send it back to Kraus. Kraus checked by Cavalcanti. Cavalcanti being aggressive on the forecheck here. And Kraus sends it to the opposite corner. Bondu with it now. Rieger. Rieger put down by Stalzer. Rieger gets right back up, picks up the puck, and sends it in deep. Rieger can't keep that one in, though, and the puck will bounce back into the neutral zone. Rieger tripped. The arm goes up, and OU will get a power play here.
Two players jarring at one another. The UCO player not too happy about that call. Cavalcanti showing his anger towards UCO.
Did the linesman just shove one of the Sooners?
I think so. I think it was probably less of a shove, hopefully, and more of a, you two don't want any more penalties. Keep everything to yourselves. And with 6 minutes left, the Sooners will have 2 minutes on the power play. I've said it once. I've said it 1,000 times. They need to score right now.
Mondu wins this draw cleanly. Lowe gets it to Barone. Two-man pass there. Lowe back to the point for Barone. Barone takes a look, crosses the zone for Payne. Payne backhands it deep into the zone for Glass. Glass sends it back to Payne. Payne across the zone for Mondu. Mondu takes a look, spins, Passes it to Glass. Glass forehand, doesn't get a shot off. Payne with a shot, and it's blocked. And UCO will send it all the way back down to OU's zone. 1 minute 30 left on the power play here for the Sooners. And Andrew Lowe picking up a head of steam here, cutting through the right side of the neutral zone. He'll hold it near the blue line, and UCO will send it right back into the neutral zone. Barone stops and starts, loses a UCO player. UCO gets a couple of changes here. Barone picking up speed, carries it, drops it for Lowe, takes the worst of that hit. Lowe moving in. He'll wrap it around the zone for Sadler. Cross the zone for Bassett. Bassett with a long wrist shot. Score! Carson Bassett! Finally, the Sooners are on the board.
And the Sooner faithful here tonight is super excited about that goal. It was definitely needed. There needed to be something on the board to show that these Sooners have improved from last year to this.
Well, 5-1 with 5 minutes to go. Nice goal there by Bassett, but it might have been too little too late. But we shall see. Here comes Logan Sadler. Long wrist shot goes over the net. Hunter Howell can't keep it in the zone. Sooners caught offside. Back pass for Blake. Blake working against a couple of UCO players. Can't make his way through. And Blake puts down Shura. Puck bounces behind the UCO net now. DeBecky with it. DeBecky starting a rush of his own here, picking up speed, cutting through the neutral zone. Loses up for Hogan. Hogan moving down the left wing. Forced to the outside of the zone. Puck bouncing. Culbertson Bond tried to play it, doesn't get it. Here's Sinclair. DeBecky with it again, goes D to D for Taylor. Taylor crosses the zone for Blaha. Blaha moving in. Blaha cutting his way in, forced wide. Tries to force it his way to Culbertson Bond. And it's bounced back into the corner. DeBecky picks it up on the point. Blaha, one-timer there, doesn't get it. Nice shot block there by Barone. That one stung a little bit. And puck ends up down low for Hogan. Blaha, pass down low for St. Clair. St. Clair spins. Checked by Barone. Gets it back for Blaha. Loses it. Trying to keep it in, and he does not. DeBecky moving in. Shoots it down low for Barone. Barone rims it around the boards forward to Manchuk. Manchuk trying to get through a couple of UCO players. He doesn't. St. Clair picks it up. This could be trouble. St. Clair sharp ankle shot. Kicked away by Culbertson Bond. Puck finds the point. DeBecky with a long shot. Blocked by Declan Martin. And here's Regan. Regan checked by Mondu. UCO gets a change. OU stuck on the half wall here. 3 minutes to go here in the third. Regan pass down low for Sykes. Sykes takes a look, tries to force one forward, and OU gets it out of the zone. Nope, not quite. Kept in the zone by DeBecky. DeBecky with a long wrist shot, and it's saved by Culbertson Bond. Long pass for Barone. Barone gets it to Guerra. Guerra just forces it forward, and Sykes tried to find Guerra on the doorstep there. Puck still caught down low. Pass finds Holman at the point. Holman goes D to D for Burton. Burton with a long shot, goes wide. And the puck finally bounces into the neutral zone, and the Sooners will get a line change here. Sykes cutting down the left wing, finds a man in front of the net. Save made by Culbertson Bond! And some jumping around there and some tripping happening. Arms are staying down from the officials. Rieger trying to cut some space for himself here. Goes D to D with Swearingen. Swearingen forces it forward to Lowe, and UCO keeps it in. Sykes working against Mondu. Sooners wrapped around the boards. Long slap shot taken and deflects wide. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the third. Kraus chasing to the far corner now. Breakout pass. Broncos get it into the OU zone. Rieger gives chase. That could be Trevor Mikhailov on his horse trying to catch Blake. And Blake gets the puck first, drops it back for Swearingen. And Swearingen wraps it around the boards for Lowe. Lowe trying to force his way forward. He has Blake in front of him. Sooners do not have numbers here, but Lowe is going to keep moving down the right wing. Cooper Kraus in the close corner here, moves it for Mikhailov, and the puck will go all the way back down for Carson Basson in the OU zone, and he will send it back to UCO zone. Baird trying to force his way forward. And we are in the final minute of regulation here at the I-35 rivalry game 2, as Koopitz Bond plays a long clearing attempt and will freeze and cover the puck.
As you said earlier, a great goal from Carson Bassett, but unfortunately too little, too late. With only 51 seconds remaining in this game, the Sooners were just unable to get off to a hot start all night. In the first period, like we noted, things looked pretty evenly matched between the two, but as the periods have gone on, the ice has tilted more and more in UCO's favor. The Sooners able to grab one, but unfortunately not going to be enough for tonight.
Draw caught between a couple of players here. Declan Martin trying to force it forward, trying to force the issue here. Glass pushes it forward, and Sadler picks it up on his backhand. Sadler moving in, trying to force his way, maybe cut in this lead a little bit in the late goings of this period. Sadler takes a look, and he'll just send it in deep for Glass. Glass working against Taylor. Glass getting physical. Glass working against Taylor and St. Clair. Puck leaks out to Howe at the point. Long, low shot, tipped in front. Still bouncing, and it goes away. 15 seconds to go here in the third. OU. And with the final seconds ticking down, that will pretty much do it for this evening. It was a valiant effort from the Sooners, but they just couldn't get the goals they needed to get back in this game.
And the Sooners and the Broncos looking to extend some action with the fighting, but they've been separated by officials. The Sooners fall 5-1 and 0-2 on this I-35 rivalry series. Of course, a line of handshakes as a show of sportsmanship. Interesting to see how this might go, considering what happened a few seconds after the clock wound down. A nice salute from the Sooner players to their fans who came out here tonight. Not the outcome they would have hoped for, but I'm sure happy to see some support in the house for the Sooner players.
Ultimately, a very disappointing outcome for the Crimson and Cream. Just could not quite stand up to UCO this weekend. It wasn't all bad. There were times when OU was on the front foot in this series, but UCO was ultimately just too big, too strong.
Exactly. The Sooners did have their speed on their side, but unfortunately, that was not enough for them this weekend.
And as the Sooners head off the ice for the final time in 2023, we will sign off as well. You've been watching Sooner Hockey on OU Hockey TV. For Amy Acevedo, Caleb Shaw, and Lauren Simpkins, I am Ben Dacu. We'll see you next time.